went wheeling Saturday for the first time in my life where there was actual big rocks. Rock crawling, some people might call it. My first off-road experiences was of course in the old M988 Humvees, but you really can't call that wheeling because it was just a bunch of dirt roads and stuff. But my first civilian vehicle, real wheeling experience, 2006 Nissan Sentra. I believe those had front wheel drive, limited slip transaxle, but I could be wrong. I did a fair amount of trails without any rocks and some mudding in that vehicle. I ended up totaling that and it got repoed. When I got out of the Army, my sisters gave me a 1996 extended cab Chevy Cheyenne Silverado 4-wheel drive, and I wheeled that on some dirt trails too. Eventually I put like a lunchbox locker from Power Tracks was the company, but it actually wheeled quite well for like the 32 inch tires it had. But that truck was 20 feet long, but for my level of wheeling experience, that thing was pretty capable. Not long after that, my dad got me into RC rock crawlers, where I just kind of fell in love with the idea of rock crawling, but more so the idea of actually building the little toy rock crawlers than actually crawling them, because as it turns out, it's just as fun to put them together as it is to wheel them in the first place.
Thomas, what's the motto?
Brought my DeWalt saws off.
Alright. I ended up getting a GI Bill from the Army because of my honorable discharge and, prepaid student loans, I guess. It got me a really good job with a Caterpillar dealer as a heavy equipment mechanic, and for the first time in my life, about 2 years ago, I could actually afford to build full-size rock crawlers. Needless to say, I'm an advocate for trade school, for sure. my education doesn't really cost more than like 9 or 10 grand, I think, maybe 15. I'd have to go look at the receipts, but education costs to annual income that you can make, provided you don't have, 12 and a half kids. You have about $5,000 extra dollars to put into an automotive project. So yeah, I was really nervous on Saturday, not only because it was the first time I was rock crawling, but I had a lot of expectations for how much I would like it in the first place. And let me tell you, I had fun. It was a blast. Nothing major broke, actually. Some bolts came loose on my cross member for the transmission and the front links. I had to tighten those about 6 or 8 times just to get back out of the trail. But Dylan and Zach actually said that I did the hardest lines on the easiest trail in Box Canyon, Florence, Arizona. So I guess I'm pretty happy about that. I did kind of get lost in the desert, and I didn't have my Onyx maps downloaded, and with no service I kind of just drove around for about an hour while everybody looked for me and I tried to find my way back to the valley. So I stopped and talked to a bunch of old people that were sitting in a circle on lawn chairs. They had a really cool it was a Suzuki Samurai painted with a zebra paint pattern. They let me take a picture of their map, and I did find like the direction I was supposed to be heading. But luckily I was wheeling with some really experienced people for my first time, and Jake, Dylan, actually found me on my way out, and we kind of drove out together. So I guess the burning question is, why am I cutting my hair in this video? Well, I didn't get a whole lot of footage in my wheeling trip because honestly I was having so much fun that I forgot to film anything except for like 4 clips. Luckily, my friends caught some things of me wheeling on their phones, which honestly turned out better than I probably could have done myself. And I didn't even take the drone with me. So next time I go wheeling, I'm gonna have to take a lot more video than this. The good news is that I didn't break anything. I had a great time, and I made it back safely. Aside from blowing up my radiator on the Chevy on the way back, and having a flat tire on my trailer, which ended up just being a plug and some slime to fix, I had a really great trip, and I'd like to put a lot more of that on my channel. Let me know in the comments below if that's something that you'd like to see, or if you only stick around just to see the build content. Thomas, why are we in your bathroom right now watching you shave and cut your hair? Well, it's because I didn't have a lot of video content to share with everyone, so this is what we have to deal with. Serious question though, goatee or no goatee? Do I have a strong chin? If it wasn't for all the jiggliness and obesity, I'd be one buff dude. So anyways, I hope at least you enjoyed the clips of me rock crawling with the Jeep MJ. There's more like that to come, and we'll do some cool stuff next week in the shop. And with that, thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. God bless, and I'll see you next time. It'd be funny if my battery died right now. Yep. So, in other news, I found out that I'm Hulk Hogan's half brother. That was a mustache joke.